Well, hola, America. It's old Sean Shambo coming to talk to you about what we call Trump and really not needing congressional approval to attack another country. Now, I'm going to give you some timelines about all the other presidents that have done the exact same thing and much worse. And they never needed congressional approval. So I hear the talk coming from Capitol Hill, and that moved endlessly across the echo chambers of the media that Donald Trump must be impeached for launching military strikes against Iran. I can't help but to marvel at how short the policies and memories of Washington, or perhaps more precisely, how selective they are. This is not the first time a sitting president has authorized the use of military force without formal what we call declaration of war from Congress. But the difference today lies not in the fact that the actions itself, but who authorized and who stands by to benefit from this. Let's begin by revisiting historical, what we call records about this kind of situation. In March of 1999, what you call President Bill Clinton ordered airstrikes against Serbia, what we call intervening military interactions in Kosovo conflict without even pretending to seek congressional approval beforehand. There was no declaration of war, there was no consensus among military strategists, and most importantly, there was no media outrage or congressional revolt, and suddenly no cries for impeachment. The narrative was that Clinton was protecting civilians, and therefore no legal justification was needed. Let's fast forward to what we call March of 2011, when President Barack Obama ordered airstrikes against Libya under the banner of humanitarian, what we call intervention. He did not seek approval from Congress. In fact, in Congress explicitly asked him to do so. He refused. His administration even argued astonishingly that bombing the country did not constitute hostilities under the war's powers of the resolution of 1973. As Orwellian as it sounds, it passed without serious political consequences. No major impeachments, no threats to primetime CNN panels decrying the assault on the Constitution. But this is where it goes. Let's fast forward to what we call Joe Biden on February 25th, 2011. Let me give you a step back right here. And also, Obama had over 1,200 drone strikes in different countries who actually unalived American citizens and children. And nobody said anything about impeaching him or getting rid of him or unconstitutional. Now let's fast forward to February 25th, 2021, when Joe Biden authorized an airstrike in Syria against what his administration described as Iran-backed militants. This was less than a month into his presidency. Congress was not consulted, no national debate took place, and when asked about the White House justified the strike as the basis of defending the U.S. personnel in Iraq. Now, if it were being intellectually honest, what separates Biden's actions in Syria from Trump's recent strike on Iran, both were responses to hostile actors, both occurred without prior approval from Congress, both invoked executive authority, and yet no one has been met with the media, the political firestorm, calling for impeachment. This isn't legal. It's theater, America. It's kabooki theater, America. You know, this has been going on for quite some time. You have to start educating yourself, people. Stop falling for the propaganda. Use your literacy mind. It was supposed to free you. Instead, we got a bunch of people rubber stamped with propaganda. So, America, I'm just here to educate you a little bit. You can say what you want about this. But what the Liberal Party is doing is nothing more than political propaganda, mendacious hyperbole, and what we call political theater. They know they don't have anything. They know that that's just what they do have, though. What they do have in doing all this stuff is a perception. Perception is everything in the world, because that's how propaganda works. Propaganda is a perception to push forward an ideologue. So this is where we're at, America. You can take it for what it is, but stop being so easily misled. Sean Shambo Show, just educating you on the proper things that are going on out in this world.